Okay, so guys, in last week's video, I did walk you through our 25,000 chicken layer capacity. But what I didn't walk you through in this video is how much are these chicken layers costing us every day to feed them, and up until when we start collecting about 833 trays of eggs on a day-to-day basis. Even though on paper is showing that we would be able to collect at least 1,800 pounds on a day-to-day basis, I think one of the most overlooked factor when you are actually keeping chickens or when you're going into poultry farming is how much each and every project where you're bringing in those chickens is going to cost you. But before we actually started setting up this poultry farm, what we did is me and my associates, we sat down and looked at other options where we would be able to bring down some of the, the cost of chicken feed. Because I think most of the times people who are actually doing poultry farming successfully, they share very little about the actual costs of how much it takes to actually, take layers from day old to actually starting collecting the eggs, which is roughly about 16 to 18 weeks from the day you actually bring them home. But when we looked at the value chain, we noticed that if we could even just cut the chicken feed by at least 20%, we would be able to increase our profit, but also, kind of like make it a lot easier on us in terms of how we source the chicken feed, but also how we kind of like make sure our production plan is always predictable, that we can actually invest so much and come out with so much money. So what we've done is on our second phase of our production planning for our poultry farm, we actually went into growing our own crops that can complement our poultry farm, and that means growing crops like corn and other corn, soya beans, and other legumes that are part of the nutritional supplements that goes into a poultry feed. So in this video, what I just wanted you to kind of like break down quickly for anybody who is looking into going into poultry farming. I think you need to kind of like take a step back and understand understand the value chain of the kind of business that you are setting up. In our case, we know that we are not just going into poultry farming so that we can stop there. We have a customer database of about 16,000 as I record this video. These are people who are looking for products that I think we can easily produce on our piece of land. We are talking about fruits and vegetables and other condiments like coriander, but also eggs and the probably other legumes that, like peas. So what we did was we created what we call a food box. This is a service whereby we are delivering these food boxes to homes across the country. And because we are doing that, we also managed to create a distribution channel for our eggs, which means by the time we start collecting our eggs, we would have had a network waiting for eggs that can actually be supplied to them on a weekly basis. At the moment, when we deliver a box to each and every customer that we are servicing, we are not able to deliver those eggs produced on our farm. So what we've done is we've built relationships with other egg producers that are producing locally. We're not looking at them as our competition, but we're looking at them as partners. And if they're producing eggs that we can actually supplement with some of the items that we're packing in each and every food box that we're delivering to their homes, we saw that there's value in there. But we know that when our chickens are between 16 and 18 weeks old, we should be able to now start collecting those eggs, and then those eggs are going to start going into those boxes. This is why I'm saying that this business of setting up a poultry is a small portion of what we are trying to do on our on our I mean on this journey where we are building a business that is sort of like covers the whole value chain, where we are looking at producing some of the stuff that's going into the food box, but we are also producing some of the protein like the eggs, and later on we're going to add other things which include quality meat that has been produced according to our standards, so that we can meet each and every need that our customers are telling us that this is what we are looking for this week. So my point here is, as much as raising these 25,000 chicken layers is expensive, I think there are ways whereby you can actually mitigate the costs and cut it down even up to 50%. Because in our case, we've just planted about 4 acres of corn, and we have another 4 acres of legumes like soya beans, which means when we bring those into the mix, we should be able to sort of like cut the cost of our chicken feed, our chicken production, because chicken feed almost pretty much costs up about, I would say, up to 80% of the total cost that's supposed to go into the chicken chicken egg production. All right. So next time in my next video, I'm gonna be taking you. I'm gonna be giving you a tour on my farm. This is where I'm going to show you some of the crops that we are growing, but we are not just growing random crops. We are systematically trying to target some of the problems that we need to solve on our farm. And at the moment, the biggest problem we have is feeding these 25,000 chickens, because on a day-to-day basis, these chickens are taking us. They are consuming up to 8 bags, which is like roughly about 400 kilograms of chicken feed. Depending on where you're watching this video, you understand that that's a lot of money. If you were buying, the chicken feed, that's a lot of money to front before you even start collecting the eggs. All right. So if you want to see that video where I'm taking you on a trip, on a tour of our farm, so that I can show you some of the products and why we chose to grow those crops and what kind of value chain that's behind it, make sure that you subscribe so that when I publish that video, you should get notified. All right? Cheers.